Iren dropping huge AI news today, causing them to be the only Bitcoin miner up. We're going to take a look at that news right now. But before we get going, smash that like button, subscribe if you've been with us a while and haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. Let's get going. So Iren has announced today that they will increase their AI cloud services to 10% of earnings, meaning that it's going to make up 10% of what they expect to earn annually, basically by the end of the year, by the end of this year. So that's only a couple of months away. They're expecting to expand their AI services to be equal to about 10% of their earnings for the year by the end of 2024. And as a result of that news, they are up 2%, a little over 2% today, and they are the only Bitcoin miner positive today, continuing the narrative that I've been saying with Iren, that they tend to always give a good pop off of good news. Not all of the miners do that. Not all of them move up off of good news. I mean, I can tell you, CleanSpark, Mara, Riot definitely don't always move up off of good news. Sometimes they're sideways, they're flat, sometimes they're a little bit down, even if the news is good. So this is consistently a thing that happens with Iren. They get good news, they go up. Now tomorrow they might deflate. It doesn't always last very long. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But they are up off of this news, and they might still be up off of it tomorrow if Bitcoin's doing well. If Bitcoin isn't, then they'll probably deflate those gains that they had today. But that is something that I've noticed with Iren, and it continues to hold true today. They go up with good news consistently. Not all of their peers do that. Anyways, so they're going to be upgrading to the H200 GPUs. They're saying that there's a lot of demand coming from customers for that, so they're going to be providing it, and they are going to increase what they do with AI. Because I mean, if you ever listen to their CEO, their CEO is just, how do I bring shareholder value? How do I increase shareholder value? And that's one of the reasons that they actually don't have a hodl for Bitcoin, is because they're looking at maximizing shareholder value, and the best way for them to do that at this time is to sell Bitcoin. And they've even mentioned that in interviews with the CEO, that if there comes a time where holding Bitcoin produces more shareholder value than selling it, that's what they will shift to doing. And right now, as you can see right here, all-in cash cost for mining a Bitcoin for Iren is only $31,000. So they're not quite getting a 2x every time they mine a Bitcoin and sell it, but they're getting close. They're getting close to a 2x return, to 100%, sorry, to a 100% return on their money there for what they are doing with their Bitcoin production. Now, this is the other thing. So they currently have 18.8 exahash. By the end of the month, by the end of September, it says it right here, 20 exahash this month. That's September. By the end of this month, they're expecting to increase their exahash by 2.2, right? No, sorry, 1.2. Sorry, 1.2. Can't math. 1.2 exahash further. They're pretty close to reaching this goal. So I think it's pretty much in the bag that they're going to reach this goal. But something to keep in mind, that the exahash results haven't been producing a lot of up moves in Bitcoin miners lately. So don't expect them to come out with news that, oh, we reached 20 exahash, and then see it jump up 10% or something, or even 2% like they did with the AI news today. Don't expect that. Maybe 0.5%, maybe flat if they actually achieve this month, which I don't expect them not to. I do expect them to meet this goal. They have been meeting their goals. Now, the 30 exahash by Q4, if they do that early, let's say like early November, they say, oh, we've actually reached our 30 exahash already, that would be a mover. But if they just do it on time, that really hasn't been something that's been moving Bitcoin miners up or down lately. And I mean, go back and look at the history of the news and of exahash releases, and what price action has done on the miners lately, like the last 6 months or so, and it's really been kind of dismal in terms of what type of price action we can expect from them announcing, hey, we reached our goal of exahash. Like, no one seems to care right now. So I think this will have more of an impact later in Q4, when we start to see the whole market run up, likely after the election, and like just money's just flowing and pumping everywhere. We'll expect to see that sort of thing there. But for now, I wouldn't expect this 20 exahash announcement that's likely to come out later this month to really do much for the stock. If they were to come out and say, in fact, we're even increasing our AI even further, yeah, we'll see a pump, because Wall Street loves the AI narrative right now, and any companies that are dipping their toes into it and getting any kind of traction are being rewarded handsomely for that involvement in the AI space. Anyways, let's go look at the chart. So you can see here, Iren was up 2.25% today. They're the only miner in the green, at least of the ones that I follow. If you follow some of the ones that I don't follow and they're in the green, go ahead and comment that they were also in the green. Iren was up 2.2%, 25%. Core Z was the next closest one on my list, anyways, and they were flat at 0%. They didn't go up or down at all today. Meanwhile, everyone else fell. Bit Digital fell the most. Maybe that's because investors are perceiving this increase by Iren as potentially taking out of Bit Digital's involvement in AI, perhaps diminishing that to some extent. I don't know. This is just a speculation. Can't say for sure. The next most down was Wolf at 7%. They fell down pretty hard. We'll have to have a look at how some of these patterns are playing out on these charts tomorrow morning. We're also going to talk about tomorrow morning the 13F filings. We're going to look at who's been buying and selling. What institutions have been buying and selling the Bitcoin miners last month. It's pretty exciting. Actually, I've already looked at it a little bit. Very excited about that. To talk about that tomorrow. That's going to be on tomorrow's show. Yeah, everyone else is down between 3 and 2%. But anyways, Iren. So I don't like this chart necessarily. I like where price ended today. I like where price ended today at that 773. I can't really see what's happening in aftermarket because I don't have that turned on right now. I'll turn it on later. We'll worry about it later. What I don't like about this. All right, so this is what I don't like about this. This thing is making something of a megaphone. So from a couple of days ago, we're going like this. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Making higher highs and higher lows. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That means that price hasn't quite decided if it wants to go up or down yet. Okay, that's what that means. So we need to see a candle open and close above these 2 wicks back here. Let me go here, get rid of that, and get rid of this. All right, we need to, and we want to see tomorrow's candle open above 773 and close above 773. That will give us some sort of indication that price wants to move up versus move down. Anywhere in between, any inside bar between 773 and 727 tomorrow is continued indecision. That is just continued indecision, meaning we don't know anything until we see a candle close up and above inside of this wick up here. I want to see it at least inside of this wick, preferably higher, but at least inside of this wick to give me some kind of indication that price wants to stay up there versus coming down. Anything underneath 773 tomorrow, and I'm going to just say this is further indecision, and I can't say anything is going to happen off of this based on how price is reacting at this time. That's basically how that is going to go. So have we seen this before recently? Not really recently. Nothing too super similar to what we're looking at right now in recent time. So this is kind of a new one at the moment in terms of just the way this pattern is playing out right now. Let's drill down a little bit on this and see how that looks. Let's drill a little drill down. Okay, we went into the hourly. Let's go ahead and put on, come on. Oh, it's on that side. Haha. All right, here we go. So we actually came down a little bit in after hours, so that's not good. We're down 2 cents in after hours. I don't love that. Also, yeah, see, this one right here from 9 a.m. That big wick on top. That was a pretty solid sell signal right there. And then we got 2 hours of pause and then fell, and we fell down another cent now. So we're now down 3 cents off of where we closed the day. I don't love that. I don't love that. I'm not a huge fan. If price manages tomorrow, all right. So this is what we're looking at right here. Tomorrow, price manages to open up under 770, we're going to have a bad time. Okay, we're likely to have a bad time. Mostly, why am I saying that? Because this is the area of high volume right here. Right here. See this big volume bar right here at 8 a.m. And it's a bit taller than pretty much all of them, all the way back to this bar here on September 10th, which is a little bit lower than that one. So if it comes that low, like if it gets underneath this one too, we're gonna really have a bad time under 748. So those are the 2 marks. Like this is gonna be a bit of a bad time. This is gonna be really a bad time. All right, on the way up. So what do we got to do on the way up here? Right there. Yeah, this one. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so let me go over here, and I'm gonna draw a white one on this. So this is gonna be a white line, and this is gonna be the price that I want to see it go above. So let me go ahead and draw that on here, right above there, 837. So I want to see price get above 837. That would be like, hey, everything's going to be okay. Now that's far away from where we are right now, but that is the area of the highest level of sell volume that we've had in a while. Like the next closest one is this one right here. Yeah, this one right here. Let me zoom in on that. So right where this yellow line is, right here. So it would have to get above this line here, basically. Let me do that. That's the next one. But that one's a lot lower than the other one. So I wouldn't expect like a huge pop out of that, which is also coincidentally where the highs came in yesterday and today. So if we can get above this line here, yeah, that's going to make us look a little bit better in terms of if we want to move up a bit. But we really won't see like conquering of the negative volume until we get above that 837 where we had that big volume spike that happened above the current price, which was this one right here, right? Not that, not there. This one right here. And let me see, is there any volume in the past that is above us that is really tall? I'm getting all over the place here. Let's see, back here, one of these ones. This is July 25th at 1. July 25th at 1. Let's take a look at July 25th at 1. Okay, July 25th at 1. Where's the price? Where's our current price action in relation to this? All the way down there. Yeah, so same sort of thing. It has to get all the way up to 950 to conquer that one. So we're not even looking at that one yet. These are just the closest ones to give us some kind of like continuation of the trend up or a breakdown of that trend taking us back down. So we need to get above 798 and 837 to keep confirming this trend up. And we can lose this trend if we see ourselves fall, honestly, below 748. If we start falling and closing candles on the hourly below that, then we're looking at potentially breaking down of this upward trend. And I mean, honestly, look at how it's already sort of like it started out aggressive, right? It started out going up, up, and then it starts to curl over, and we'll start getting wicks further and further down. Like, I don't like that. So this thing's still very indecisive. It's still very undecided on Iren. But that was great news that came out today that will propel it forward, that will give it some upward momentum overall in terms of this thing could see a push up if we continue to get good news coming out of it, keeps hitting its marks. Bitcoin cooperates and goes up a little bit, at least, at least a little bit up. We want to see Bitcoin grind up a bit, at least, in order to continue to support this bullish narrative of the Bitcoin miners. And hopefully, we are looking at that Q4 run that hopefully starts to kick off in like third, fourth week of October and runs through November and December. We'll see. It might push off into November due to the election. Remember, after we get the results of that election, we'll start seeing things even out and calm down because there will be less uncertainty all around. We'll know exactly what's going to happen, and the market will start to price in the next 4 years, or as best they can at this time for what they expect. And then 6 months from now, they'll adjust that perspective. But we'll get to that when we get there. But for now, Iren had great news. We got a little pop up. It was the only one up today. What a good day for Iren. And for those of us holding it, very nice day. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.